Welcome to Make Your Move, the show where I make a moveset for a Smash Bros. Character that doesn't exist. For this series, however, I'm not just picking characters that could potentially be in the game. I'm picking characters of all kinds, as long as they've originated from a video game. This means no movie characters or real people. For today's video, we have Madeline. Celeste is a very difficult platformer that came out last year, and I absolutely adore it. It might not seem like much more than a trial and error game, but in reality, if you really pay attention, it's a story about anxiety that is really something to appreciate. Now, if you somehow couldn't tell by now, I'm bringing this up because I'm going to be making a moveset for the leading character of the game, Madeline. From the outside, Madeline doesn't seem like she has a whole lot on her plate, considering all she does is jump, dash, and climb. However, Celeste's gameplay isn't about what she can do, it's about how you use it to get around. In that case, a majority of her moves are centered around the obstacles she uses to get around. Now that I've explained myself, however, what better thing to do than to just get right into it. Let's start with the basic moves. All of her basic moves will be her signature dashing ability. I know it seems a little impractical, but I feel like if done right, it can be pulled off well. Her dashes wouldn't go too far, and the hitbox and range of it, when used up or down, may not be that great, but it's made up for with the special moves and her somewhat faster speed. Besides, it'll make her stand out from the crowd. Her smash attacks will be where she uses a strawberry with wings to attack her enemies. I know that sounds kind of counterintuitive, but it's the best I could come up with where I wouldn't be using her dash for everything. Speaking of which, her aerial attacks will be dashes as well. As a neat little touch, her aerial attack could have the animation of her official art, and when you fall faster, it shows the animation she has when she falls quickly. The special attacks, on the other hand, don't really have to do with dashing. Her neutral special could be where she throws a snowball. These can be seen flying across the screen for you to avoid near the end of Chapter 4. Her side special will be the bubbles you see in multiple levels that launch her in different directions. In this case, it'll just be forward. Her down special will be where she drops one of those traffic light platforms that zoom in certain directions. It'll stay temporarily, but if someone jumps on it while it's still there, it'll quickly carry them upwards. Her down special will be where she bounces off of one of the clouds you can bounce off of in Chapter 4. However, it'll be pink because the pink ones vanish after one use. For her final smash, I decided to take to the same place I took to when making the Hat Kid moveset, the Amino app. There were two ideas I had gotten from the Celeste Amino. One idea that I thought would be neat would be where she traps an opponent in a mirror and breaks the mirror. However, the idea I liked more was where Madeline and Madeline would do a team attack on an opponent. I thought it would be a lot more fitting for the fact that the goal of hers is to become one with her bad side. As for other ideas I had, her grab could be where she uses assistance from Madeline as well. For taunts, I had two. One is where she floats and her hair turns pink for a second. Another would be where a strawberry with wings flies around her while she tries to grab it. Also, as a neat touch, after she's used both of her possible jumps, her hair turns blue to symbolize that she's run out of stamina. She can also have the ability to climb walls for a short amount of time. As for the alternate costumes, one of them could be Madeline. However, when playing as Madeline, the grabs and the final smash will be assisted by Madeline instead to prevent confusion. Also, there could be an alternate costume for the secret minigame on the Pico 8. It'd probably just be a simpler version of the design she already has. As for some of her other costumes, they could be color variants referencing the other characters in the game. For Theo, she'd have darker skin, dark brown hair, and a dark green coat. For Mr. Oshiro, she'd have black hair and a light green coat. Finally, for the old woman, she'd have pale skin, gray hair, and a teal coat. As for assist trophies, I had two. One could be the eye creatures from Chapter 5. It would float around and occasionally target opponents and dash at them like they do in-game. The other one could be Mr. Oshiro. He'd be the psychotic version of him where he turns into a terrifying creature and charges across the screen. Well, that's my moveset for Madeline. I think I made a good representation of Celeste as a whole, and while she does have disadvantages when it comes to things like her basic moves, it somewhat balances out with her skills that allow her to get around easier. I honestly thought this would be a lot more difficult than it really was because of her lack of abilities, but I think I pulled it off pretty well. Anyway, if you have any thoughts on the moveset, feel free to let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video and the official return of the moveset videos, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with others. Anyway, this is Powerful SL, signing off, goodbye.